Hey guys, it's Time Carnage with another game of Total War 3 Kingdoms. We're here with Zheng. We're playing in 190 Expanded. It's the spring of 199. All's well. Time to divorce our husband and get another one, though. As it is springtime. Guitong, you're an alright guy, but technically a charlatan. Alright. And a poacher. Excellent. He is fiery, healthy, and trustworthy. Good. And of course, we'll get 2 food from him existing, and this Jade Sculptor, which will provide us with something. We will just get him on assignment. I think, yeah, we're already doing the thing there. And we're final loot here. Now, we have in this army, which we could just spin this one off here. We don't have to go, because we're not too far away. We could just, and we might, yeah. So we drop this army and re-recruit. No, we'll just walk it. It's fine. Yeah. And then we'll take 3 armies. We'll have... Yeah, we'll have the Yellow Turban Dude and this. Although, really, Yellow Turban Dude could just fit into this army. We'll work it out. But it's time to get to war. And we will just send Chugong and such over in this direction to deal with them. Share the spoils just to get them there. We'll be fine on loot ere too long, I'm sure. This army basically fine except for a couple of those cav, which is okay. Here we are trespassing a bit on dude's land. He will get over it. I'm sure he's too afraid of us to say anything. Alright. Are there any turncoats? No. I'm too brain dead to use spies any other way. But, alright, so split our forces this way. Well, you know, we don't need to share spoils here, because... Yeah, because they're going to be walking a couple more turns anyway. Can we raise another army up? Yes. Do we do it with the loyal you in there? I think, really, let's get... this guy out. He can be, you know, our little false emperor that runs around into the north there. And this dude, mayhap. Lady True is a spy, so we don't want to use her yet. This dude's got some Guardians of the Bay, and that is pretty okay. I mean, these are, good shields. Decent enough. He's level 4. We might as well get him out. He is not a spy. I think he worked for a faction that stopped existing. At least I don't think he's a spy. I'm not an expert. And Yang Biao we captured from a thing. Oh, this is the maximum number of armies. Oh, seasonal deployments. Early evening. We could do it with a strategist, though. This dude would... Kind of like not running with so many strategists for the bandits. I feel like we get plenty of benefits from other stuff. Yeah, here we go. And Black Mountain Marauders are totally legit fighters. We'll keep them there. Alright, is one of these guys... Because he's just like a regular sentinel. He's one of these special dudes. Anybody get loot for the army? Nope, I don't think any of these guys are particularly good at running it, which means you get to run it, because then we'll get movement range, and that will be great. I mean, 15 movement range is totally legit. Get this guy. Punchier thing, and the better armor, this guy. The same choice. Here we have a slightly better two-hander. And here we just need to swap around the armies a bit. These militia. Do you have mighty knockback? Yes, you're a regular guy, so that means a few red cav will be totally called for. We'll just get him like 3 white wave horsemen, and that'll get, you know, a good little chunk of the shot cav that we're looking for here. Jiang sword guards have really high morale, so that'll be great for us to hold on to for him. Xiongnu Cavalry have that I run away eventually thing. Honestly, with the way that I play the game, though, you know, we kind of blunder our cav a little early anyway most of the time. So that'll be fine. We'll hold on to 1 yellow cav, because why not? Nah, because this guy will do it better. Yeah, in that case, we will drop that cav also and get... Oh, there's plenty of spears going on here. Hidden axes is the order of the day then. Does he have fire arrows? He will get to fire arrows. We might hold on to these archers then. Yeah, totally a respectable little army. I mean, no invisible elephant, but they don't all get one. And we forgot to go inside. Yeesh, it'll be okay. This invisible elephant army is going to make me so dramatically happy. I almost can't stand even thinking about it, because I know it's going to happen. Oh, it's going to be great. We're going to make sure that that one travels around with Zheng, so it's like the biggest part of the story as possible. Yeah, Yuan Shao's about to get mauled here. It's like, he doesn't even think he wants peace. He does not know what he's in for. Here, we're gonna force this so that we can swap that over. We have, like, an absolutely cartoon amount of money. It is so much money. And we're making 45 a turn, so even if significant problems happen, if you're ever like positive 10k, that's already like more money than you need. So we are beyond like the general restrictions and boundaries of good taste already, and I frankly couldn't be more excited. But here, we're just gonna share the spoils there. This army will be fine, though. See, I remember my cartoon with money. Thank you, thank you. And with the Bandit network, so I haven't played Bandits in this mod, but you get more benefits to your tech for the places you've been, but you can research stuff anywhere. So you get like the special units that other people get, which represents, you know, the disaffected people of that place who were in those units coming to you due to your, you know, prestige or networking in the area. But because we're like crazy rich, here in a couple of levels, we're going to be able to get some truly bonkers units that I've never even really used that normally are so expensive that you wouldn't be able to use them, but we could be able to field like just so many of them. I'm really excited. They're cavalry that are evasive and shielded and also carry crossbows, but are totally as good at regular cavalry as charging and hitting people with their swords. Liu Bei, you're offering us a merc contract against Yuan Shao, but Yuan Shao is paying me like 12 grand a day a season. We'll invite Han Fu to our coalition. Aww. Does he already pay me? I think we already fought him. Yeah, sure. He doesn't want to. They're all voting for it anyway. We're all voting for it. You know, if you know what they're voting for, just vote for it too, right? Do you really want to make a deal about it? Democracy. Oh. Zheng Yan moved on one of the guys who was paying us here, so that is the risk that the people that are being shaken down by us will instead kill each other. Oh, no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. What happened was Han Fu came in here and killed Zheng Yan. So we... And now he's going to do it to Zheng Yang here. Well, unfortunately... You know, we can just... we're just going to leave our coalition now. Hey, sorry, buddies. Hanfu's not yet paying us, that's right. Because... You know, at this point, taking the iron mine, although totally unnecessary, is just fine. Also, 100% corruption reduction. Nice. A millionaire by the end? Well, you know, couldn't be me. We're gonna do it by 202. Maybe. You know, I'm sort of going a little slow right now. Satisfaction wide. Alright, yeah, we can go through this one. That would be more effective than clicking individually. Alright, so there's percentile farming also, which we should probably just do. Poison tower projectile? What? That's pretty cool. Of course, we could just force build one if we ever needed it. But I think then it's pretty clear that we go for the food. We're just gonna force it because we have just a sound of money. And then with this, we'll be able to more comfortably upgrade here, which will make it, you guessed it, more money! So I leave the coalition because I was about to declare war on Han Fu. here, like, pretty soon. Oh, he said no. Oh. Well. Oops. We moved too far out. It'll be alright. Let's share the spoils will be over there, and... Coalition to restore Heaven's Mandate. Well, you know, with Tongji in there, I don't know how that's gonna go. It's so funny seeing these guys in a coalition still in 199. Like, why is it whenever there's a coalition, it's always you three? One more turn, and then we can spin those two armies off there. Invisible Elephant Army can meet up here. Oh, you made it to Duke. So the easiest way is to become emperor is to steal from someone else. Yeah, for sure. But, oh, pathetic. Pay me. Oh, you don't want to? You say never. Don't say you'll never when you might. To borrow a line from Jimmy Eat World, as I often do. Man, no, we're not talking about it. We're not talking about how I'm having such a good time and I want to play this for 7 hours tomorrow, but I'm not going to. We're only bullet pointing it and not coming back to it. I just want one invisible elephant battle. No, I want 100 invisible elephant battles. Oh, Yuan Shao declares war on the Han. And on Li Jue. And the Yubei pieces out with him. Alright, we are going to force them to move. Alas. I mean, that totally seems like what we would do, though. We gave him some money, I guess. You know, we're gonna see what you're like, lady. This guy's paying us, but that doesn't mean we can't spy on him. You're just carousing anyway. Seductive Whisperer. Gives Diplo with that guy's factions. Nice. Gracious, beautiful, deceitful, and scarred. Alright, well, you know, at least we're maxed on armies. I feel proud of myself. I mean, if I had this much money on my other playthroughs, I would build more armies sooner there, too. But alright, so... Glorious gets to level 4, very important. Moderately important. Going across the bottom's good. I mean, getting to flexibility and reach and flames. Yeah, you know. And the wall damage rate is fine, and the income from looting is good. He already gets the loot, so a little more of that. Alright, do we want... I mean, we should put something on him. Why not this nice pig?
正在行进，恪守职责。
恢复原样。
Alright, how do we maneuver this? I mean, we can just all do it at one time, yeah. Cao Cao, are you at war with Hafu? You at with any of these people? No. Only these guys who are paying me. Well, Cao Cao, I don't know how I'm gonna do a merc thing for you then. Alright, who are you fighting then, besides me? Well, I do have the opportunity to do something very funny for Yuan Shao. But he's doing fine, you know. Sure, the Duchy away is right there, but actually, with Yuan Shao up here, this is actually the funniest thing we could do, isn't it? Ooh, ooh, isn't that? Ooh, ooh, he'd hate that. Ooh, that makes me want to do it. Declare war on me. I'ma bandit up your stuff and give it to your very hated brother. Oh, good stuff. He's like, hey, I hear stuff's bad there. Remember how long you've been trusting in me, Yuan Shao? I bet there's something I can do for you.
如此甚善。
Or does it? No, I'm already at war with them. No, because we're at war with Yuan Shao. But here we go. Boom, baby. I'm like, there's not really anything I can... Yeah, you know, we don't need more from them. Yeah, you know, everybody didn't like that. What are they gonna do? Get wrecked. John Yang thinks it's very funny. And if your bandit bro thinks it's funny... Because, like, what are all these fools gonna do about it? Literally what? And this is objectively hilarious. And great for her, because she hears that the Emperor of the Han, you know, hates Yuan Shao and declared him enemy of the Han. She's like, well, he can't be that bad then. And after all, he has been paying his taxes for a while. Let's give him a hand. Man. So much money. We got the taxes just at a little bit higher. Just to, you know, just to be great. And, you know, it counteracted the morale when attacking, but it also, I just wanted... I think it was Satisfaction was getting a little wonky. Oh, that's right. And then we got the thing. Well, you know, we'll just move it down. That'll be just fine. Yeah, he's got those family estates. That's right. Yeah. And all the people to give you the family estates. It's like, I'm sure you're gonna run, but like, do you think I won't chase you? Like, what's Liu Bei gonna do? Send me a strongly worded letter about it? So we stay here, and she can stay back here and grab the loot. Or she could go here and raid it. That'd be even better. Yes! Look at me being a bandit! Glorious! That's so much better. Because we don't need the replen, we're already replened. I love this run. And we haven't even used the Great Invisible Elephant yet. I haven't even considered how happy I'm going to be made. And also, this shield isn't going to work right, because the elephant overrides the weapon. However, Alright, well, we can talk about it as we go. But in this mod, Luke, because the commanders and the sentinels get 50% missile block, all of them do, I think probably... Gonsun-san, I'm shocked. Shocked and appalled that you would consider me a threat. But now I have no choice but to be one. But, so probably, like... probably being invisible is better than the other considerations are. But perhaps, like, ignore force penalties on a commander where it also gives you the speed, right? And then with very high armor. And here they bring, you know, a couple of stacks here. But we, you know, should be able to win this, I assume. Commander with high resolve, yeah. Because the speed, I think, is more important than like final rush off of a vanguard, which there is an argument to be made probably that final rush in conjunction with like a very high armor thing and oh, these guys don't have any towers? Weird. But we do have the crazy power. We've got knowledge of the mind and such. They're gonna attack us. That doesn't mean we have to sit still anywhere, of course. So we'll have cav archers there, and then and oh yeah, so he's red-green in orientation, so 27,000 hit points. Alright, she's the blue one. The healer was blue-colored, but not in, you know, principle. Say doubt discouraged because go for an overgeneral. Indeed. Like, I think of this guy's who has 80 armor and 50% range block, right? So that is a very compelling stat line, but he doesn't have those other passives that would generate, you know, interest in it. At least not that I remember seeing in his tree. But abstractly, that is still, like, pretty desirable. And he has Mighty Knockback, which getting the Mighty Knockback might make it, you know, that might be the whole Madman, right? But we need to... yeah, we need to move up because we only have 9 more minutes. No, I'm sure that we'll find a way to press a battle before then. Because, yeah, this is the perfect thing, right? Sit in the trees. Sure, you shoot some of your arrows into them, but we're, like, real far away. So, honestly, any hits we get on Cav is good. And their reinforcements coming from ever far away. But once we make them get pressed to us, right, that's what's important. And also, we can't dilly-dally. We only have 8 more long minutes. It looks like the attack rate of strategists. Oh, okay. What you're doing? Yeah, you know, when you start with recovery, or rather, when you get access to it. When you start getting access to it. He's got silver warblades, so, you know, decent, and these two could send a message. Really, this guy's ability is just totally amazing, so we're going to lean onto that as we can. And if they... Run away! No, they caught me. Oh, they have snipe and stalk. Or rather, you can activate it if they are... You know, I didn't even read all that. That's cool. And he goes in and hits this splash with the morale hit. And then, yeah, that's amazing. Just gets rid of one of them. And then we can pull away here. Hidden Axe is doing great on the flanking shot there. Of course, you just stay in motion. That's all there is to it. And then here, as they're looping around, making sure to get away here and here. Axes to the front. And then we get a loop in here. Gorgeous. And, you know, they thought they could flank over this way, but they did, you know, they failed to account for the hidden axes. And we just need to get him off of his horse real quick so that we can lay the beat down. And they are, you know, doing a comfy job of running into our spears there. Speaking of, we now get to swoop in over the top. Here. Running into spears here. Not ideal, but yeah, never mind. We got the band of axes there. Gorgeous. And now we just gotta walk over to this guy, because I'm sure that other dude is no longer with us. But now that old Northern Courage thing won't really matter, right? It still counts down, it just clicks on. Okay, I didn't know. I was like, if you're stronger the whole time, is it going? No, it is not. It is always counting, it'll kick on you, and it checks every 30 seconds if you're the weaker one. But it looks like here, our army performs quite beautifully. You know, it's just my speed. Tons and tons and tons of overly strong stuff. Nah, that's not fair. That's not fair. The Zheng came with this guy, and they have a drawback. The White Wave Horsemen, they have a drawback too. You know, they're hardly amazing. They're merely very solid. And it's not over yet. You know, we are collecting the chickens before they are hatched. We're getting ahead of our own self. That's all right. And then we get a counter charge there, and we are now embroiled in the tree line here. Not perfect, but that's all fine because we're just going to get right in here. Beautiful. Get out here while the hidden axes shoot into the Lancer militia. And then now that we've got infantry support here and there, we can pop back around after this crumbles, and time to use this one again. Ah, this game's great. What a time. What a time to be alive in China when the rightful Bandit Queen is ascendant. For all that this run doesn't look like there's going to be much of a challenge left in it in the abstract sense, it's going to be the most fun anybody's ever had. And I look forward to it so much. It's like getting a Sword of Cain and infinite money. Because that elephant, that invisible elephant, I'm going to find a way to make it work, okay? You might think, I don't know how hard you're going to have to try to make an invisible elephant work, but we're going to make it work real well. That's the plan. Loop around this way. And then we can jump in the back side of this block here. Oh, nope, because Xunyu's here. Well, you know, I'm sure that the charge actually did some work anyway. We're gonna go in here, in there. Yeah, what a fun time. And now they're all shattered. This guy's still on foot, that's okay. He's being a sniper. He's getting it done. Do the hidden axes have charge negate? Not always, but in the purple retinues they will. In the center, charge negate is right above tenacity of steel. Which I think they also get stalk for the retinue underneath it, and that got me thinking, right? Now hear me out, Luke, because I don't know if you've ever thought of doing this before. You know those crossbow dudes on the horses for the Prince of Qin? What if they were invisible? There'd be no reason why they couldn't be invisible. Like, are bandits objectively the most fun you can have in the game? It's probable. Oh, sweet. We will recruit this guy and take his armor away. Resourceful? Oh, that's for reserves. I was like, loot, maybe you can work for me. Ooh. Ooh. That's a nice trait, though. Tranquil is 3% replay for the own army. Not that we have problems with it, but it's still very nice. Anyway, you work for me. Xunyu, I want you to work for me. I bet you'll see things my way eventually. And bandits are hard. I mean, we're not going to be just executing people willy-nilly. Not unless we can really get something from it. Because I bet that'll just be... Because we can get them in the retinue with the elephant, too, so that's elegant. You know, the Royal Southern Elephant with their heavy armor-clad escorts. Well, I was just thinking of how well it synergizes with the tree. Huh. Gate open for 5 turns. Ha! Love it! I love a good corruption thing. Yeah, just Sentinels in general. Because, well, I mean, the charge the gate's there, but yeah, just stock. I felt like, because it's in the middle, too, so for bandit sentinels, you don't get the stock retinue, normally there, but it just seemed like a really reachable thing for that reason, because you get to that City of Steel, so it's like a really good duelist, and then you could have that. How to give them snipe? Yes, that is indeed the thing. And I did not sort that out, because of course in her retinue, but she doesn't give them stock. Probably Italia goes in both. Yeah. Oh, like, oh yeah, she can't get a title. She's the Bandit Queen. She's already kind of got a title, huh? Alright, let's continue on. And by continue on, I mean give her a horse. No, speed's more important. Because we gave dude his horse back, right? Yeah. His horse back. And here, we just delegated off. No. Medium's a lot to take. But we can, if we night battle it, then they'll share the spoils off and she can move forward. Let's just do it. It won't take too long. And the gates are open, right?
信封一致，胜券可期。等待你的只有灭亡。
Is it all the gates? It's all of the gates. They saw us building the rams. They're like, look. Do you want to just... Because they're all over here, so we'll just go all over this way, and then, you guys are gonna look like fools, I tell you. Oh no, walk inside, I beg of you. Oh, jeez. Wow. No, like, I urge you to walk in this gate. Feels bad. Oh, that dude. That splash really messed with him. Alright, yeah. There we go. Spear guards get crunched. And there they turn their backs. Oh, these are peasant bands. Well, you know, they were probably thinking about running, and now they're gonna definitely be thinking about running. From there, we beat up on the crossbows. You know, having the gates open everywhere is very fun. We don't even have to climb the walls. And we see, of course, how having two armies in a place where the gates are open is better than regular good. Super, super good. We're gonna micro away from the towers here. Oh no, she got really shot up. He'll be alright. Someone had to be. There's probably some tower shooting on the inside. Yep, that one. You know, it only takes one. And we all do a frontal charge into the spear guards on the grounds that we were all already doing it. And that dude got up? That dude got up?
敌军四散而逃，到底是无胆鼠辈，士气已至。
诛灭敌军！
How Bandit Raiders trade well against spear guards? Oh yeah, super well. You know, spear guards don't trade well against anything. They just sit there. They trade well against against cavalry in a very prolonged engagement, right? But if you don't get like the charge reflection, they don't even like hurt them that bad, right? They swing slow. Their bonus first large isn't that big. And they end up being like as good against them as hidden axes are, or not as good. 37 AP, woo! Good stuff. And somehow they're still trying to brawl here. Oh, it's because we didn't take the central point. Ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
这次饶你们一命。
Yeah, and here we sack and withdraw. Because we've got Zheng's backup army to move in on it. Yeah. Perfection.
回归原状。
Boom, boom. Yep, and here we go. Guerrilla deployment for his retinue. One step to the poison volley. And crucially, you know, getting a lot of infamy up. The next level, next level we start getting a decay, so. You know, when we get to... This is the highest one we can depend on having, but I bet we'll be able to get some infamy rolling before too long. What's with our armies? Alright, so as much as I would love to do this one for the fun of it, I mean,
大势已定。
that's hardly a proof of concept battle for the elephant.
团结一心。
Had to go way off the beaten path to grab him there, but that's okay. And then here, we will roll up Xunyu.
下之于地，上参于天。
Bum, 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 bum.
他们拿着这么多东西也没用。
Yeah. If he does, then they go into
勿忘大志。
a siege. And then yeah, we got our reinforcements, which I mean it's gonna be miserable for them because you know what, the Warriors of Yo, they're good. They've got, you know, great evasion and stuff. They're fine. But in a 1-to-1, we're gonna rip them up. Like, hidden axes trade very well into that.
悉听尊便。
Because, or rather, maybe they don't. Maybe they don't trade very well into that. Maybe they just trade directly, evenly into it. It looks like they trade about evenly into it. Maybe a little worse, even. Yeah, maybe even a little worse. It's the Vanguard Spearmen. Those are the ones I was thinking of. And they'll do fine against Warriors. Yeah, and it's the Defenders of the Bay that are the heavy ones, and it makes sense that we wouldn't match up so well against the very heavy ones.
"该当如此。
坚持不懈。
Not a cost-efficient engagement for them, yeah. And if this army's in March, you know, a lot of it's pretty crummy. This dude's got a big weapon, but if we can just try to remember to pay attention to him, you know, we'll be able to pop him just the same as anybody else. All right. He gets level 3, very nice. Getting over here towards mending. Sage's armor? We must have just made that. Well, obviously, that'll make her even better. $16 more armor. Very awesome. Makes him easy, maybe. Yeah, you know, he'd be real good on an elephant. You lose the armor, but the mass and the charge bonus combined with mighty knockback, you know. Because the 100% more mass with mighty knockback, that's like the lower armor, you wouldn't even care, right? Not on elephant. Oh, why don't I read? Not on elephant. Tenacity of Steel's just like, yeah, go nuts. Alright. Let's see what happens over the intern. No, we gotta move over here.
一统天下，正在行进。正气如火，熊熊不息，平定天下。
And just think how annoyed Zheng Yun's gotta feel. He's like, wait, no, that was my idea. I'm like, yeah. It's a good idea. That's why we decided that we would do it. That's why we're doing it for Yen, right? Like, do you really want to live in a world where you get to do that? I'm like, yes, I do. She can do this one for 2%, but that's like... Need one that's gonna work in here though, right? I take the horse pasture. Yeah, that would be real unfortunate for him, not least because we're going up that way anyway. She gets to level 3, very good. Going across the top because it gets us to night battle quicker, but we are going to stop off and get Nature's Ally. It's just too important to not grab that 25% speed. That the morale boost too is hardly nothing. 10 morale is so much. I neglect to think about morale often, but that's because I'm bad, not because it's not important. And we just spend 10 grand there upgrading it because money is theoretical. Look, am I ever going to look back and be like, man, I wish I didn't get all that food? No, no way. So you do this and then you get 5% corruption for it, but... But with the Grand Tributary Palace already, we hardly need to go too much higher. Once we get this iron mine... No, we've already got the iron mine. Once we get these industrialists... Yes, there we go. Now we can make armor or weapons. Which do we do? I feel like weapons, because a lot of people have unique armor. And now that we got access to it here, well, you know, let's do armor here, since a lot of people have unique weapons. And we're just gonna upgrade these because I like items more than everything, and we deserve it. Get some weapons there. Flexibility thing, yeah. Oh yeah, you don't get prestige at all for it. Yeah, the only thing would be to get... Yeah, you get 50% income from commerce, and then as it gets even higher, that goes away. And you just get the corruption. Get visibility there. She's got just a 2% chance of getting caught, so that's pretty good. Say the cities don't have a prestige, that's why it's hard. Well, I mean, the minor places all can get you 15, though. But I guess that's true for a lot of the other ones. It just takes tech to get to the higher things.
你我联手，可重振天下希望。
He invites you to the coalition again. Did he get rid of all the other people? No, it's the same people as before. They're like, do you want to come back in? I mean, there's no reason not to, right? We're pals. Sorry about the misunderstanding. When I voted for him, I got so mad about it that I left after I voted for him, though. I was like, what if he won't join us? Man, Yuan Shao messed up. Because if he didn't declare war on me, who knows how long it would have took us to declare war on him? A year? A year and a half? I sure don't know. Alright, and here we... Alright, so do we want to deepen the relationship between us and Elephant Girl, or us and Amazing Yellow Turban Guy? Well, theoretically, the Yellow Turban Guy could be permitted to go somewhere else, but Elephant Girl will be traveling with us, so let's say that it's good to be peaceful, right? Yeah. Why not a nice peaceful thing? Zheng wants peace. That's why she prepares for war. Oh yeah, the prestige for Bandit networks. That's right. Yeah, you're supposed to hit them and run, you know, and obviously get like a place to be from. I always forget that the prestige is attached to these things. We'll get this one, and hey, you know, negative 5% corruption, so there's that too. You know, through the Bandit network, you can get things that are good. But we'll be on the old Fury of Beihai before too long, and that's gonna be awesome.
挽弓御射，则屏息凝神，保存体力。
In wintertime, this army only going down -8 because hostile territory gets helped, and then yeah. In wintertime, this one going down -8. Absolutely sick. And actually, alright, yeah, so we're going to be able to move in on this right now, so let's go ahead and do that. Sorry about you, buddy. I lied, I'm not sorry about him.
见识一下我们的激情，准备远征，杀呀！
Excellent, yep.
乱军终于得以平息。
Yeah. So you go, you move in. Once you get your research done, you find someone around who doesn't hate you, or that does. Because even if you just give them land, right? If you get them a little bit higher into your estimations, you know. But I would assume that you could, you know, shake them down a little bit. And if you hadn't, like, got tribute yet, you know, giving them the land that you just took from somebody, you get tribute from their neighbor, then you give it to the next guy over here, you know. And then, once they build it up, bam, they're rich enough to take it from them.
恪守仁义，怎么养活军队？心运良谋。 山脉所至，必在
And he gets to level 3, very nice. He is a regular sentinel, of course. But that does mean that his hidden axes now have fire arrows, and we've got access to night battles here. This is a funny little army. Well, you know, it doesn't have to be just these guys forever. We just sent them off. Jiang sword guards are pretty nice to have. You know, they don't do very much damage, but in terms of, like, having them in these stacks, it's like, hey, why not? No, well, stalk, not snipe. But yes, I think that's what you meant. Yeah, there you go. you said it before I... But yeah, that's an important thing. And with stalk and charge negate, Fist of the Bandit, because charge negate is so incredibly good on infantry. Because it's not about charge negating, you know, cavalry necessarily, although it's great for that. It's like when you're not paying attention and your infantry lines clash, charge bonus is like how infantry do damage in this game, and most of them aren't very good once they're embroiled. So it's just like really nice to be able to get against them there. And then we're just gonna roll up this way. And you guessed it, well, Yuan Shao dropped a stack over here. Well, you know, we're not going to be able to get them before they get all the way up, but we're going to go to ambush here. And for all I know, we'll be able to catch him out. Because we can't quite get there. No, we can. Alright, yeah, let's go. Yes, we can quite get him there. 5% makes it good.
我军所向披靡。
And that reinforcement range works out just fine. Beautiful. Lady Chen. Elegant survivor. She is 16 years old. Ready to fight. I need to get some water. I will be right back. Your prof, Junior Chong's a bad employee. You know, he worked well for us, but yeah. I'll be back for this. This will probably be the last video. Last video. No. It will hopefully not be the last video. It'll be the last battle in this video. I'll be right back. Alrighty then. Yuan Shi's wife, then saw Peace Life. Ah, yeah. Base game, but only appears in Fates by the only faction. Oh. Fascinating. Well, at least she's here now. Lady Liu, the envious matriarch. Well, we'll put that name to the test. Supion, we know him. We had him in the last run, right? Although rarely used him, he's one of the horse archer generals. Zheng, maybe? I forget. But, you know, he's got his falcon. We've got a bow, too. We're not going to probably have an archery duel with him. That doesn't seem smart. Ooh, hold on.
终于开战了，我要好生享受。
Battle at last. I will savor it.
什么？你我二
And
人
he's like, let unity be our strength, brother. And we're like, yeah, brother. Ah. A huge field battle. Marvelous. Alright, we have a pillar here too, which is like, as we know, the best thing you can have. We need to get the cav out of this guy's retinue, right? Like, what are they even doing here? Alright, she is very beat up, that's right. But we're gonna need her to interrupt the foe anyway. And we'll carry Zheng there to, well, both of them there to interrupt. Well, she's got a bow too, for that matter, yeah. It's a town battle, so we don't get our towers, more's the pity. Oh, that dude's got too much missile block, yeah. That guy's got 80 armor and 35 missile block. That guy might be good on an elephant. I say all the time. Alright, so this harass didn't do so good, but that's okay. You know, we didn't use that many resources on it, and we're still in a fine spot. And, you know, it kept their heads back. We've got a Zound ammo still. We need to use some more. You know, if we get behind them, that could help too, of course, but, you know. Hopefully this shot will hit 2 of them. It hits 1 of them, that's alright. We're chipping away at these cav though, and that is not nothing. We're mainly not hitting them at all, but the damage that we're doing is happening. 12 models there, 6 models there. I mean, that's a lot of cav to deal with only using some ammo. Don't waste ammo on them. Oh, right, they will eventually run. We had to get them down more. Alright, those guys got shields. These guys got shields. Gotta remember that she's beat up and run away. Alright, I gotta... Like, leave me alone. Y'all are bullying me. Like, we need to run because I think he's about to shoot at me. But these fools, in a great spot. This flank is defensible. More here to get like real deep set. Back away, back away. Why are we going to the center there? Good question. Run away. All right. Well, at least he's shooting at me. Well, those had some pretty sick heat seeking on them, but they definitely only hit one unit. You know, they do have an arch on them. And if he's still shooting at me, he's still missing. He might be shooting at Zheng and just doing a little bit of damage to her. Get wrecked. You fool! Run away! Run away! No, 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 no! Speaking of you fool, me fool! And crucially, we're just going to fall onto this unit. And they, I think, missed their charge there. So very good. And on this front, yeah, they, yeah, we're gonna crunch up these cataphracts, send them running for the hills, running for their lives, and then back up into us here. This is so good. Yuan Shao, you fool. Because now the Sabre cavalry is running in, but what are they going to do? They're going to get poisoned on this front by some guys they don't know are there. Oh, but they're there, baby. Oh, they're there. And this, like, this super wide flank, hilarious. But you know, that's the beauty of having these towers here, right?
Ha! 敌军士兵正在溃逃。
But speaking of the beauty of the towers, we need to get on to their big guy who's blundered into the back and not be charging into the center. Where's the benefit there? Alright, speaking of the benefit there, we're going to run away from these cav. What? Oh, the yellow general. Well. You want to duel now, buddy? This guy has the Yuan family singers thing. I think we still beat him up. Is he Oath form with him? Nah, doubtful. Let's go ahead and get that duel too. Oh jeez. Well, we let Lu Zheng get shot down too. I legitimately lost sight of her. Well, now Zheng Zheng's really gonna win that duel, huh? And then we just need to get under these vanguard crossbows in the back because, man, oh man, on this front are we ever dying. Fortunately, though, now the big guy's running. We're gonna go in here and here and here, and these crossbows are basically out of it now. And in 1 minute, their cavalry that hasn't fled yet will all be running. Pull these cav out. And for a few dollars more, we get them down there. And now all the Zhongnu cavalry that were still brawling, and it was enough of them to be, you know, noticeable, are all about to be running here. And that is going to make the whole line run, probably, you know, because... Yep, there you go. A big old knockdown drag out. We avail ourselves pretty well, you know, clumsy, losing a couple of heroes, but fundamentally, it makes Zheng Zheng get totally juiced in power, so, you know, not like bad. Losing sight of them and it happening by accident is why it's bad. Look, if you're gonna sacrifice someone, you gotta know you're doing it, right? But we didn't have the other hidden axes on fire at will the whole time on the approach. That would have helped out a lot, of course. And you know, these are not slouches. These are the best infantry that you run into, you know, on a regular basis, is the forces of Yuan Shao. Commander of Resilience, she's level 3. I think they get it by then. Battles on the Scoper, yeah. You know, yeah, indeed. But, you know, we made it work. The, when you have an anchor point like this, it's just so comfortable, right? Because it's like, you'll either funnel them all the way around and that's a super long flank, or you funnel them here and then you get exactly what we get here, you know? Where even though we play a little clumsy due to superior positioning and, you know, forcing the fight, we end up getting, of course, the Bandit Raiders fight the Yu Vanguard crossbows, and lose. You know, that's what happens. You know, because you're not supposed to stay in prolonged combat. You're cavalry. Anyway, what we need to do now is run them down. You know, as we can. Because, like, his unique units are so stinking good. High morale, shielded, decently evasive, armored. Like, they could be... Like, they're just so close to being as good as an Imperial unit is, right? Shielded hybrid units, yes. What if the Lothran Spear Guard weren't elves? Yuan Shao, you're lucky your stuff's not good enough. Get out of my sight. Get out of my sight, Yuan Shao. Your lack of strength disgusts me. Oh no, she died. Yeah, she straight died. I guess she wasn't level 3. Or maybe she was and it didn't matter. Four. Oh. Well, we're recruiting him anyway. He might be a spy, so we don't want to give him this thing, right?
心如止水，气聚神明。
Alright, buddy. Looks like he's a spy from the old bandits, but we can take his horse anyway. Decent enough things. Flames, biting gale, unyielding earth. Yuan Shao. Oh wait, no, he's still here. Might be a clone, yeah. Doesn't have a name. Yeah, I definitely didn't mean for her to just get popped. Maybe she was level 2. I thought she just got to level 3, though. Because this is the one that started level 3. Maybe she was just level 2.
昂扬斗志，烧尽敌军。又是你这厮！
You know, I bet after we beat up on him a little bit more, we can convince him of things our way.
定筹壮志，拿起武器，感受一下苍生的意志。为天下苍生。
Oh, this isn't my land?
保持原样。
Yes, we have ended up on the side of his land here. It'll be alright. Yuan Shao was targeting her. Oh, right, with the bow. And once I stopped paying attention... Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum.
你我联手，可重振天下希望。
Yeah, let's invite him to join our coalition, sure. After all, he's already paying me.
此次会晤收获颇丰，多谢足下。
Dao Shang dies. Zheng Chao got him. It's alright, you know, we lose 5 grand out of it, but... And a steed to rival the ages emerges. Speaking of the rivaling of the ages, 6 turns, and we will get the Redeemers of Qing and get the Fury unlocked. Very nice. We'll see. We might not use you, and you might just be a filial and incorrupt forever, right? Because you got hamstring. Can use if not on elephant. Oh, it's an aura. I'm like, this is very specific for having to be a stronger enemy. Not on. It's for more than one guy. Can we get to him? No. Can you get to him? No. And he's quite marchy, so we're just going to go to ambush here and hope that he walks into it. You know, out of trying to get to this one. That'll be the hope, the dream. But, you know, we're going to make up for that loss in tribute by building another tribute hall, pushing us to new heights of tribute. That's right. 14k from Yuan Shao. He's so rich. He's so rich. Oh, this guy would have been related to, is it Sun Shao? That's the guy that is in Dao Shang's faction, right? Sun Shao, I think. I think that's his name. Anyway, and this guy's probably his kid. Or relative in some other way. He's 35, so maybe brother or something. Okay, yep. And has filial and incorrupt. Is he willing to spy? No, because he is a spy. But now we know. This is our ex-husband. We can get rid of him. You know, as soon as they get unhappy, it's like, Don't really need you anymore. And speaking of, it is spring, the time of year to divorce your spouse and seek a new one. This guy's a hermit. Nice. That means they're always brilliant, determined, and gracious, you know. He really wants to make a good impression. He gives a ton of public order, so if he's just like in a place, he'll give 6. This trait for the negative public order, I actually think it's pretty interesting, right? Because it's like, do we drop this and give him a bow as well? No, because we need...
万物失节。
Yeah, if we give him a bow, yeah, that's the way. We'll give him the bow. And then he'll be able to, like, maybe bring them... Oh, wait, no, this is not the army with the elephant. Should have given her the bow. Army Bandit Commander strategist is to raid and share spoils. Yeah. And cause rebellions. Yeah, I love that, right? Because you go out with just a couple of those, and -20, -30, you wouldn't have to stack too many to get there, and the raiding hurts them too. I mean, you could be doing rebellions like all the time. I'm just like, man, there's so many fruitful ways to play this. Now Chunyu Chong is there. If we hit this, then he has to reinforce.
今日此胜，乃承天之恩泽。
Join me, Chunyu. No.
放他们回家去吧。
And here... Yeah. We gift it to the mercenary lord.
学不在微，悉心。
Guess who's coming to dinner, Yuan Shao?
发动农民，
It's your brother.
于地，上通于天。
Yeah, so here we take... Even though we could get the... Yeah, I feel like getting to the heel is more important. Yeah. Oh, tranquility gives you... Well, recovery doesn't heal other people, though, right? Although I guess it does have a huge cooldown. And Knowledge of the Spirit, 18 morale is so stinking much morale. And somebody else can get mending, right? And be able to cast it more often. Yeah, let's make him... Oh, it's an area heal. I thought it was like a single target general heal. Maybe it's an area general heal. But yeah, we'll get that, because that, I mean, 18 morale is crazy. That's so much to have around.
Like,
那就快点吧。
Like, he still doesn't think he's gonna have to do this, but you know. Like, where's the rest of your lands, buddy? Like these? These are never what you're relying on.
作乱为祸之徒，不得其死。
And here, we don't give it to him, of course, because... Better to have it. It's like yeah, this is our spot. This army will be fine in no time. This place is probably too far to get up here. Probably. Just like we want it to be.
恢复原样，释放怒火
Here
吧！
we roll up Lady Liu.
摆设宴席，欢呼庆祝吧！
Crossbow has got 156 kills. What? But we get a very big
这次饶你们一
silver
命，
axe. That one's going to be a nice
随我
pull.
来！承天所助，我军必胜。
Well, we're already against on, huh?
我们还有什么可说的？
It's like, if we take even more of your place, will you want to give me tribute then? Feeling big because you just want a battle. Ah, yes. Because here we just... So we don't want to be close to Gonz's on there. We'll just roll this way, right?
寇道总比庙堂之上滚滚诸公干净得多。
Okay, do these guys have sick tridents? They totally do have sick tridents. Alright, these are the guys that we need to get in now. Alright, level 5, you get your Fist of the Bandit Queen too. Okay, so. So they just get twice as much ammo and 25 more armor. And of course lose their invisibility. So we got our Watch for the Empire there now, who are much stronger than before. And of course, these other places, not her. Oh no, even at level 2, we can get these Watchmen. So this is a very solid pickup, right? These guys, they swing slow, but they have 44 armor piercing and 10 bonus first large. Pretty expensive. You know, slightly less than a hidden axe, but pretty expensive. Of course, for us, that doesn't matter, but very respectable. Very, very respectable. And of course, in just 6 short seasons, we'll be making them miserable here. With a whole bunch of efficient crossbows. As if they're not miserable now. I was looking for a job and then I found a job. But anyway, we're gonna move Yuan Shao in here. Because this army is going to be at fighting strength again, you know, next turn. And then we will move up here, because it's 2 turns till they get done. So we'll probably try to go in with this beat up army and try to get inside. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, on the Sentinels, I think always fine. And if you get charge negate in green, which I'm not sure if you do, but if you do, then there I'd be like, okay, that's fine too. And crucially, he runs back this way, which means we're just going to take the work of great craftsmanship rather than the money. Keep our thing high for better rewards. Heyo, dual war axes, got to love it.
屈而不折。
Wouldn't you like a G of the Imperial Guard? They swing slow, you say, though. Let's just give them a glaive. Oh, yeah, and we should give this horse to old
我
girl.
郑江定会名扬天下。
The fastest horse for the most important lady. You also play Zheng? Awesome, cool, cool. Yeah, we're having a great time with this campaign. Well, we've played her before, but this is better than that ever was. All right, he is in March here. And this army is not going to be strong enough to deal with this one. This one is a little beat up. We can hit a share the spoils, walk inside. No, we can't walk inside. It'll still be fine from here, and we'll be alright. Barely going down a little bit. Well, the Cav's super beat up. I mean, we...
欲成大事，万不能手
So
下
I know
留情。
he's scary. These two aren't going to be so much of a much. Well, I think actually we'll just go like here, right?
集中精神，
Share the spoils, be ready to go next turn. Oh, yeah.
土地无人，好比
Oh.
人之无魂。
Okay. Yeah, alright. Okay. This ability is reach out and poke the general for 6.5 armor piercing and a little bit of ace damage too every minute with no max usage. Depending on how sticky that shot is, that is an excellent ability. And he buffs crossbows. Range damage for crossbows. Not as good as ranged armor piercing damage for crossbows, but you never see in this economy. Here, actually, I think we just go this way to meet up, right? Sharing the spoils a little bit more, yeah. And we make the swap there. Hard to get them happy. Yeah, you know, we'll just give him a title for 50 satisfaction, right? I'll do what I have to do. Guy basically won Yuan Shao's war with Gongsun historically well, then he must have been worth his happiness's weight then. Alright, so here, if we just wait like a turn, we'll roll over here, right? Get our big boost, come in, because a little bit of the delay in the war is fine. We just want to posture, because if we get him to move over here or something, we know that the Yuan Shao is not getting anything else right here, right? Like, if he's going to recruit, it'll be over here, and if he does it here, then we'll see. We also know that he's very recently been beat off the battlefield, and that he looks broke. It may not be too long. Yeah, at -13, that's pretty convincible. I mean, not like eminently convincible, but pretty convincible. Like, I will give you 50 food. Not enough? Yep, both of them feel like I have not threatened them enough yet. Like, you call that enough threats? You'll have to threaten me 10 times as much. I'm like, alright. You said it. And then we push a replenishment tent here. That's right, because that's how we work. Amazing. There we go. From the province. Military strategy under Zheng and Jiang nomads. Chui originally served under Han Fu. This time the Qi was recruited on Yuan Shao's wing. Battle of Chiaqiao. Chui took the high position of controlling the central army. Oh, nice. Very schmancy. And he got arrogant and got purged out. Well, you know, sometimes you feel like you did real well. A little bit of a loot and occupy. Sharing the spoils, and of course they're totally fine. There, and now we just... Oh! I don't even see old boy anymore. Yeah, I don't think he's around. $195, he defeated Guns and Son at about you, killed 20,000 other troops. Yeah. Runs out of supplies, counterattacks and wins. Classic, you know, if you can't win on the battle, win by doing math. You probably don't want to build this city up too much just yet. Satisfaction wide, it's pretty fun. Because I guess those blue buildings, you just build like a couple handfuls of them if you're having happiness problems. I feel bad for you, son. What's that? John Madao. Alright, buddy. Don't be a spy. Alright. Gaolan is not a spy. Alright, he has 3 uses of insurmountable pillar. Splash attack, range, power, melee damage, base, and armor piercing. I will note that it does not say you can't use it on an elephant. Defiant, cunning, temperamental, and maned. Well, I'm gonna take this sick weapon away. I'll give it back to you if we use you. Do we give that to the yellow turban for the ability recharge rate? It's alright. He shouldn't get the crossbow thing, but they do it to make it make sense. Got it. You know, for all that some of the tributaries are falling off, it's still just some money. But the thing is, too, is from taxation plus family estates, we'd only be going down 10k a turn, so we can just stack some money for a while and see what happens. Alright, so do we just say this is a good spot, or do we try to move? Because I feel like if we try to move out over this expanse, we're just sort of like muddying up the plan. Because if we're moving over to Korea, like that's a great plan in itself. Plus, I bet there will be a lot of people in Korea to pay tribute, right? They won't be a part of any of this mishmash over here, probably. I mean, this army doesn't need to be here, and we can reposition it. I mean... It'll take just as much time to walk it.
门外何人？振作起来！ Yeah, I was thinking too. I'm like, you know, because even if we did that, you know, so much the better if we focus on the spread here. You know, we've got our Black Mountains, everything on this side of the river, and then, you know, unless our way makes its way above it, you know, then like just sort of staying out of what's going on in the central and main parts of it. You know, we fought for Zhao, we got our peace, and now we're up here. And now, rather than, you know, getting injected there, we're just like, hey, Yuan Shao, you want to live up here, buddy? And honestly, a Zheng campaign where you just sort of like try to book it all the way over to where Song Jiang lives sounds like it would be a great time. So, you know, the more we save it, right? If I go and set up a bandit outpost on an island now, and they're all declaring war on Kongrong. Yuan Shao leaves this coalition and makes this alliance here. Classic Yuan Shao, right? But poor Kongrong is, you know, man. You know, it is 200 and Cao Cao is doing just fine. Muster guns move away. Oh, yeah. Something to deal with the issues that you'll certainly have. 朋友，
Oh, this guy's at war with Yuan Shao. Whoops.
廉洁奉公。振作起来！
Beautiful.
正在行军。
团结一致，全力奋战，
Beautiful. Well,
全军出击。
I have to go to bed. I've already gone. Kind of for a bit more. Indeed. And plus, I mean, we can just trade him more of these lands. There's nothing in the world stopping me from trading him more of them. And they will give me tribute to me, yeah. Well, but yes, I will go to bed. We will have this fight where we will get to see the first iteration of Invisible Elephant. Now, I'm pretty sure this will be out on the field of battle at the horse pasture, but I'm pretty sure this elephant is going to be the obliterator of these green infantry, right? I think it's going to go in and maul them. These guys have 70 morale. I bet they'll still fall. And this imperious expert will hopefully choose to join me. He is disloyal, but, you know, I bet we can make him happy. Disloyal, arrogant, and brilliant. Yeah. All he ever does is want a better job. They're marched. Oh, yeah.
力求胜绩，
Of course, so is this
功
army,
名
but...
震天。
And we also have knowledge of the mind, where that... in a prolonged blob fight, knowledge of the mind plus inspiring surge to keep it, you know, going a little bit more than normal. Just so good. I look forward to it. Oh, that's right. This guy gets mending here. So we might drop him entirely and move him somewhere else, and then just put
一统
in
天下。
Elephant Girl into this army, and then lean on the mending here. I don't know. We'll workshop it. We'll think about it. But these Watchmen of the Empire are very excited about them. You know, they don't swing fast, but they do have access to shield wall and stuff, and having
天
them
际万物生长，
around,
百
you
花
know,
齐
they
放。
are tremendously better than the Bandit Warriors were. And with... So this is crucial too. With shield wall, it gets them to 95 shield block chance, which is very good indeed. Yeah, Black Notice, right. And we certainly need some in there so that we can flank around them. And we need things to create the
天命在
line
此
so that this happy girl and her amazing invisible elephant will be able to do the good work.
时
But
值
that
丧
will
乱，
wait.
声名显
That
少。
will wait. Speaking of what will wait, let's
根壮而后枝叶繁茂，
get you some AP axes, buddy.
吾等大业，天意所归。
And I guess we give him this crazy big thing. I mean, who else would we give it to?
正气
You
如
do the
火
Poison Fang?
熊熊
I
不
mean,
息
yes, obviously yes. Because it makes his abilities recharge faster and he's got that splashy stuff, yeah.
"悉心节约，待时而发。
不辱使命。
Like, why would we...
新
I
春
mean, I
已
guess the
至，
X gives you...
我等皆
I mean,
心怀
anyway,
大
G
愿
of the Imperial Guard is the way to go here. Say this surprised I never made it on Machian for a general. Yeah, you know, it's the sort of thing that would really work, you would think. Well, they're suited for an army leader to have. Yeah, but there's some reckless guys out here. You can be the master of incense. He likes me and hates Yuan Shao.
恶名昭彰又有何妨？
But yeah, we will be returning to this when we can. May not be soon, right? Oh yeah, that guy doesn't need that. Alright, gotta wait a turn. Anyway.
“唯有扫清六合，天下才能平定。”
Yeah, no, you don't get charged and gate out of the greens and this. I guess you don't get it at all, huh? Yep, no, just sentinel thing. They have generally charged effective base. Yep, that's right. Or they, at the very least, often have charged defense against large, but... Oh, these guys don't. Unless you put them into shield wall. Fascinating. Yep, these guys you have to put into shield wall or they don't get charge reflect for mounted. And they don't have charge resistance to it, which is crazy. But you know, if we just put them into form. But yeah. Maybe it's an oversight, honestly, but no. Well... I mean, the peasant band have it. The bandit gang have it. That's so strange. Well, maybe not quite as good as we had thought. I mean, although shield wall is nice, but you know, what if we forget? The yellow turban. Well, you know, probably they're written sort of bad, right? They can't all be that unit of unbreakable horsemen with 80 in it or whatever. But I've already gone too long. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. I'm having a great time. We haven't even got to use the invisible elephant yet. But this little brush fire war with Yuan Shao should be fun. And then we're going to try to book it over to Korea and get something done over there before things kick off. We'll see. I just feel like even if Wei gets its act together, they're going to have a terrible time getting at us. But we'll see, you know, maybe it won't. Tiger and leopard cavalry is very annoying to deal with, right? There's not like a red cav that has shields is just one of those things where you kind of gotta work on it for a while. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you guys later. Of course, I have a long day tomorrow, so may not be playing this, but maybe we'll find time for it. But good night, Luke. Good night, John369. Nice to see you here. Good night, Ellie. You're probably already in bed, Ellie, but good night. See you guys.